transformation, combining global expertise with local excellence. As part of the US headquartered Tenneco Group, they bring decades of global innovation in clean air, powertrain, and suspension solutions tailored to meet the need of Indian OEM and export markets. They are the largest supplier of clean air solutions to Indian commercial vehicle, passenger vehicle, and off-highway segments OEMs, and the largest supplier of shock absorbers and struts to Indian passenger vehicle OEMs. Backed by 12 manufacturing facilities, advanced R&D centers, and long-standing relationship with India's leading automotive brands, Tenneco Clean Air India continue to deliver technology-driven, sustainable solutions that enable cleaner, more efficient mobility for the future. This is a 100% OFS issue of rupees 3,600 crore at the upper end of the price band. Price band of the issue is rupees 378 to 397 per equity share, with bid lot size of 37 equity shares and multiple thereof. Issue opens to public on Wednesday, 12th November 2025 and close on Friday, 14th November 2025 with anchor schedule on Tuesday, 11th November 2025. Listing is tentatively scheduled on 19th November 2025.
So we are a $17 billion US company, right? Headquartered in Michigan. So we're a fairly large company, 180 manufacturing plants across 30 countries, 40 tech centers, servicing over 100 plus customers. So you can see from our size that we are across the world in all regions, US, Europe, India, China, and other countries as well. And we typically look at value-added revenue and not total revenue from operations. It's because we have certain pass-through components, which we call precious metals, like platinum, palladium, rhodium, which are applied on substrates, and the customer pays us a holding fee or holding cost. So these are essentially consigned to us. They are not part of our perimeter. And that's why we take total revenue, we subtract all the precious metals and substrates, which are part of the pass-through components, and we arrive at value-added revenue. So in terms of our performance, we typically look at VAR, or value-added revenues. So when you compare that to the peer average, so who are our peers? We've taken, again, not we, CRISIL in our RHP has taken a mix of direct competitors and also best performers as MNCs and also domestic players. So in our peer average, you have Bosch, you have SKF, you have Timken, you have ZF, you have Sona, you have Uno Minda, you have Gabriel, companies like that. So even compared to the peer average, you can see that our numbers are much stronger, especially in the area of ROC.
You have to see these strategies from three broader pillars. Number 1 and 2, this is about how we leverage the mega market trends in the Indian industries and also in the globe, out of which one is the regulation, the regulatory part of it, and the other is the premiumization. The second pillar is about, and then what you need with legislation and premiumization are the new products, the proven product technologies, and this is where our strength lies. And then the second bucket is about localization of these products and technologies in India, not only for the domestic market, but also for the export, right? That will open up a substantial international market for us, making India as the export hub. And then the third bucket and the third pillar for our strategy is to focus on three things. One is the local R&D capabilities. Second is the cross BU synergy. And the third one is to continue to improve our operational efficiency that will give us the continuous winnability in the market, not only today, but also into the future. Right?
So if you look at the revenue, value-added revenue, our revenue has grown by 6% CAGR over the last 2 years, from 23 to 25, whereas the market had grown by 3 to 3.5%. So we have clearly outpaced the market. If you look at the margins, in terms of EBITDA, very strong margins, 18.6% EBITDA in FY25. Not only that, look at the improvement in the last 2 years. From 23 to 25, we have improved our margins by 400 basis points. And this has come because of the operating model that we have in place, which is now part of our DNA, which has helped us in kind of optimizing the cost across the line items of the P&L. Coming to profit after tax is more or less in line with the EBITDA. Look at the return on capital employed, 57%. I think best in the industry for sure, but best, I mean, one of the best in the overall market as well.
How are we going to grow from here? So we have great R&D, you saw that, our financials are great, our technology is great, we have access to 5,000 patents, we have a very strong local engineering team, we have very high market shares, we have a good ROCE model. So in the next 3 to 5 years, we have some nice tailwinds, right? One is the India macroeconomic story. India is doing great, and that's great news for all of us. And it's just not a Tenneco story, it's a macro India story. So we will grow along with the India's GDP. And also India's vehicle penetration is very low. So that's good for us because we play across multiple segments. Second thing is content per vehicle. And content per vehicle grows in two ways. One is because of new emissions legislation coming up. In the next 3 to 5 years, we're going to see BS6 going to BS7. You're going to see CAFE norms for CO2. You're going to see TREM 4 for tractors becoming TREM 5. So all of these will add content to our clean air business. So that's what we call content per vehicle. Improvement through tightening emissions norms. And then the other kind of content per vehicle is from just disruption of the advanced ride technologies business. India market is mainly with conventional shock absorbers, and now in the next 3 to 5 years, especially towards the end of the decade, we're going to see a very quick disruption in ride technologies business because of the improved disposable income and the premiumization within the SUV segment. And lastly, India is becoming a export hub. Of course, within Tenneco itself, Tenneco management has decided that India will become the export hub for the rest of Tenneco. But also, a couple of other interesting things have happened, right? Technology is equalized. So India has BS6 with RDE 6.2, and so does Europe. Europe has Euro 6 with RDE. We have, for example, we have the semi-active suspension that we've just introduced, and the same product can also be exported overseas to Europe, for example. So for the first time in India, you have technology equalization. That means the same product which sells in India also sells overseas.